Alright, so I'm starting off this. This is going to be a quick, well, not quick, but overview of what happened. So what happened with the original recording was when I was recording in TeamSpeak, for whatever reason, it decided not to record my own audio, so I'm going back and re-recording my audio. I'm just going to do a voiceover and re-upload the same video with me explaining what's going on. Aside from that, not much else. So I'm running a Nyx with a Chaos build, only because I felt at the time that Chaos would have been helpful. I didn't have any idea about the anti-serums, getting my sigils, all that stuff. And so what happens in this raid is the entire first part is Archwing based. What you need to do is look for the buttons and shoot the buttons. That's the main idea behind the first part. So if you enter on your left side, you will have two buttons that you need to shoot. It'll spawn a infected spore. That spore you can move around by attacking it with your melee, and you basically have to destroy the walls. When the spore hits the walls, it'll destroy the walls. So that's a basic rough view of what you need to do. So that's one part. The second part is in the first portion is there'll be a tunnel, and it's basically a timed portion of the raid where you need to move fast enough to what do you say? There'll be buttons in the tunnel, and you need to shoot the buttons and everyone needs to shoot there'll be 4 buttons per each section of the tunnel. All 4 buttons need to be shot within 1 second of each other to open the door to go to the next part of the tunnel, and then you have to do the same thing and repeat. 4 buttons, give or take. Shoot all 4, and then once you shoot them, the door will unlock, open the next part, do the 3rd bit, and then the 4th bit will unlock, and then it'll basically open a hole in the floor. That part of the floor is the roof of the room, which has the beginning of the tunnel. You need to take one of the infected spores, knock it up into that hole, and hit the roof of that room, which will open the part that leads to the second half of the first section. And this is the team layout. We chose the frames just because we decided to go with survival frames more than pure damage frames. So whenever we get started, I'll point them out as we go. There's not a lot I can talk about over voiceover. So that's the key concept. And from the raid, you will unlock you will get an inbox message talking about the anti-serum, which can be researched in the Corpus lab. Research costs will vary depending on clan size. And once you build it, the materials that you will need in order to build it once you're done researching is 2 field run, 6,000 salvage, 500 anti-serum injector fragments, and 2 tellurium. You can pick up anti-serum fragments from the raid's second portion, which drops pretty easily. It's like groups of 7 to 20 at a time will drop. It looks like a green sphere that's very similar to the Mantis drops. Field run you get from invasions. Tellurium actually has a chance of dropping during the raid, so it's quite possible you can pick up the 2 tellurium while doing the part. Research cost for a Storm Clan is 6,000. So from there, you can do a bit of math and figure it out. And I think that's about it. This raid should start soon. Connected. Oh yeah, this is when everyone's trying to connect to TeamSpeak, which is where I'm recording this audio again. So the main idea behind the raid was I would basically go as Nyx and drop Chaos Spheres. That way the enemies would be busy and we could basically focus on trying to figure out what we're doing. We chose not to use other frames for a mix of reasons, kind of like utility. We decided to go with Trinity's for her energy and blessing, 2 EV, 1 bless, so the energy pool was there. Nyx for her for chaos, Loki for disarm and for invisibility and picking up people. So over here, this is the right side. These are the new enemies, the tentacle things. Yeah, I'm not going to even pronounce that. I can't read that. So when you damage them, they're going to go into their They basically curl up like that, and the best way you get rid of all three of them at once is to use her Itzel's third ability. The black hole will basically stun them for a duration like that. You want them stunned like that because they have a chance, if you shoot the spore, it will be destroyed. This is the door on the left side. You need to shoot those two buttons quickly in succession. If they're not active, they're yellow like that. When you shoot them, they turn green. Shoot the batteries. Yep. So just shoot them both at once, basically, and once you'll get this spore. Right? Don't shoot the spore, or else you destroy it. What you need to do is basically knock the spore across from the room and hit that end. You can damage the spore by shooting it. So Velocitus like mine can one-shot the spore. So that's all we're doing, is just trying to get it across while keeping those tentacles inside the shell and curled up. Just give it a bit of damage every now and then, and there you go. Bolt's done. So this part takes some figuring out for us, but we basically need to get it past that wall and get into that far wall that you just now saw. So get another one, and I bring up the team help. Over here, I was just distracted by this. There's nothing too important here. If you want, you can get rid of those turns, which will shoot you. But aside from that, these holes in the wall are where enemies will spawn from. So you kind of want them gone, but there's not much you can do besides just deal with enemies as they spawn. Same thing with the other wall opposite to this, over there. Nothing much, but just shoot them and kill them. So again, you just want those tentacles curled up and get the spore across. Sadly, because it's our first time doing this, I'm just using the same video. It takes some time to get to figure it out what we're doing. So I found out that using my melee, I have a centaur for melee that works pretty well for moving this. It does almost 0 damage to the spore, but it gives a nice push, which is what you kind of need for the second bit of this first part. Kill the small fry. Oh yeah, they can also shoot the spores, the enemies, so you kind of want all enemies dead, and you what do we say? You want the enemies dead, and you want to try and have one person directing the spore at all times, while everyone else focuses on cleaning up everything. The blue thing on the spore is nothing. I went there myself and checked out, and it was nothing. It was just like a normal box. So I did take the same raid group later, and we just farmed for the fragments, but that's another time. So we're just trying to figure this out. Nothing too interesting here. Again, Itzel, at this point I still don't know about using Itzel's their black hole ability to stun the tentacles. I'm just exploring. There's nothing up here. In the roof. Did we spawn another one? I think we did. Probably. Nope. Maybe. We're trying to figure out a way to move this spore. So I thought of shooting it, and there we go. One shot. So DH Virus is going to be our driver for this game. So he is, yeah, I'm just exploring the map at this point, looking around and trying to figure out a way. It hasn't occurred to us that we could hit it to move it. So far we've only tried shooting and pushing it with your frame or Archwing doesn't actually do anything. And that's the door that will open up later. So for now, we're trying to figure out what we're doing. I decided to go out of my way to kill everything. These enemies are fairly easy to clean up. A well-modded frame, any well-modded frame could do it. Really. I have a 0 format build on mine. Alright. Get the spore, give it a melee strike. Oh yeah, the spore is huge compared to your frame. Yep. Oh yeah, another way to move the spore is using the same black hole ability which the other guys used. Also, for whatever reason, you can apply to it. So you can use the black hole sword to pull it, and you can use your melee to kind of push it. At this point, I was terrified to hit it with my melee because I know my main gun does a lot of damage, and my melee seems to do a lot of damage too. So I thought my melee would also one-shot it. So at this point, we get it across, and it's going to expose a tunnel. right there. That tunnel, again, you have the 2 buttons that opens the door. Then you need to rush in, and there will be buttons on the inside wall of the tunnel. You need to shoot these buttons. They'll be like this. There'll be 4 of them in each section. So everyone needs to pick one and shoot it. And when you shoot it at the very end, there'll be a pair of doors that open up once all 4 have been shot. When they're not shot, they're yellow. If they're shot, they're green. If you do it right, they'll gray themselves out. So you have a time limit. I haven't checked how long it is. I haven't timed it myself. But if you take too long, the screen starts to turn white, and then everyone gets kicked out of this tunnel back to that open area. And then you have to start over basically again. Alright. So there's one guy stuck outside. Yes, it's possible to open the door on your own, but you need to shoot pretty quickly on both panels. So I'm calling dibs on the first button here and telling my team basically everyone step up and take one. So yeah, like this, the screen goes white and then everyone gets kicked out. And then you basically need to do that again. It's not too challenging, but it is timed, so you want to be quick and you don't want to be picky about your buttons. So at this point, I thought we need to redo the entire support thing. The wall grew itself back. That was me being dumb. I actually didn't look at the wall properly. So I didn't actually see that it was still fine. I thought like you'd have to go back and redo everything. So there's that. And on our way, back, notice the wall is actually still open and people are inside. Like, oh, alright. Let's start to catch up now. Alright. Hit them all at once, yes. So yeah, what you want to do is basically hit all 4 yellow buttons at once inside the tunnel. Unlocks the door. I've said this before. It unlocks the door and move on to the next part. Alright. So this is when we get stuck. I'm like, okay, start over. Also, this is alright. I didn't even say start over and then like just destroy and move on. I'm basically staying out here killing stuff because I still, like I said, this is a learning experience, so I haven't figured out that I can do it on my own. I don't know. You don't need to do a lot of damage to it, really. At this point, we're like, oh, we don't need the pod. Stop messing around with the pod. Oh yeah, that what I just destroyed is a turn, so you want those also dead, or else those can hurt a lot. Yeah. This is where I figured out melee. I tried pushing it with my archwing. Nothing happens, but melee seems to work much better. So these guys got, I think, kicked out. Nope, not yet. They will be soon. So I'm just going out my way killing everything. Yep, there we go. Everyone got kicked out. So that's what it looks like on the outside. Spy's playing Elder Scrolls. Ignore him. This is actually like I'm playing this on 720p as a window in one corner of my screen. My screen has a 1080 resolution, so that's why it seems kind of blurry. I don't like playing it in full screen because I usually have some other work open on the other portion of my screen. It's a laptop, so, you know, I'm slightly efficient like that, I guess is a word for it. I guess another word for it is I'm not actually very good at playing games. So here we are just messing around with the button again because why not? Nobody knows what we're doing. After this, the puzzles seem to get easier after this first part. Once you understand that you can how to move this what is it, infested sack, whatever. Once you figure out how to move it, it seems to make a lot more sense what you're supposed to be doing throughout the entire mission. So again, shooting those, just getting it across. Cannons are down. And then I noticed this for once, it's like, oh, we don't actually need to do anything. It's right there. Alright, go in. Trying to shoot them one at a time, maybe it's a speed run, but it's not. So then those are the doors that will open up once all 4 of them are hit. So here we are going to go back and actually get this right for once. them up and start shooting. Yep, this is where we're discussing on TeamSpeak what we're supposed to do and shooting all 4 at the same time. So this is section 1. It's pretty simple, very open. They'll progressively get harder to navigate, and the rooms will be smaller. Like this one's actually the biggest area and the easiest one. So here I am just flying around being an asshole. Yeah, we don't need sports back. This is where we get kicked out and start over. Oh yeah, and everyone goes down. They were waiting for us. Saying that. Don't even know who that is. Alright, go through. So machine guns, I guess, with a high clip are useful for this because you can continuously fire and not worry about them going, what I say, like deactivating. So pick him up. So once everyone does it, like I said, learning experience. We're still trying to figure it out, the mechanics. Right, that's 1. Somebody will figure out 2, 3, 4. And there. Once it's created, it means the door is open. Alright, accept. There's 1 up there. 2, 3, and there'll be 1 more a bit further along. Choose to grab 1 of these. Yeah. Yeah, just keep doing the same thing 4 times. There are 4 buns. Everyone has to grab a bun fairly quickly. So just keep shooting a bun and wait for everyone to shoot a bun. There we go. 3rd door. Here's where it's all get the best shot because you can just blink right through these tunnels. This is my first time doing it, so I flew through it. But afterwards, you can just blink right through. So again, pick 1. There's 1 here, 1 right behind this at the entrance. Then there's 2 at the doorway right there. There's 1, and the other one will be on the opposite side of the wall. So again, a total of 4 in this room also. So far away, we got timed out and we had to restart again, basically. It'll kick you here, but it's not that bad of a kick. You just need to start over the tunnel. That's so slow. Not much I can do about that. So yeah. Just pick 1, 2, 3, and we were already done with this one, so we were moving on to the next door already. I called that I was going to revive, so you won't be able to see much from my side. Nah, it was close. I tried. Sorry, dude. Alright. Again. Everyone's so small. So pick 1. That was way back where no one noticed. Got it, great. Next set. Head right through. This time blink across. Then I get stuck in the wall because that's a thing. Right. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I keep getting stuck in the wall. Archwing is slightly buggy, so grab that. And then I don't know if the timer ends here or is the timer still counting, but once you get into this room, this is the final room. This floor of this room is the roof that I pointed out earlier. So using one good one range build itself, you can keep all the tentacles retracted pretty easily. So what we're going to do is, our game actually glitched at this point, and that door, like that one room, we had a chance to do the buns again, but if we did it, like if it didn't glitch, then we wouldn't have that opportunity. We'd have to bring up the ball and bring up the spore stack and do that now. So I'm here because I'm thinking we might, and I don't know. And then we go back and it's like the buttons are still yellow, so we decide to go again and do those buttons again. We just go into that room and we do it. We don't actually go through the entire tunnel. At this point, the tunnel is completely unlocked and it stays unlocked except for this opening sequence. So I don't know if that's actually a glitch or if that's intended, but yeah. So now we're going to take this sack and just put it up here. And then this will open up a pathway and we can basically the pathway goes past these electric fans and at the very top is the exit. You have to go up there and then we basically have to do another set of puzzles. I won't say puzzles though because it's fairly straightforward and simple. There's actually nothing that tricky. So here we are just juggling, trying to figure out who's doing what. I'm trying to do everything because that's kind of how I am. Alright. So like I said, one good it's all with the range build black hole, and you can basically stun all of those. Ball explode. Yeah, we're going back to get another one. I don't know, again, like I said, I don't know if it's a glitch or if we did right, but everything cleaned up and the waypoint. Like, we're still doing this even though everything's clear on the roof. There's no more infected. If you looked earlier, there was infected on the roof, but right now there's nothing if you look up. In fact, those vents are actually open on this on the side. So we're supposed to go up, and if you can stop going back, this is backtracking now. Just go up, come on me. It's already infuriating because I know what I'm doing now, and it's like, oh, I'm so slow. Yeah, just head up. Head on up. Ignore all other pathways, just head up. Keep heading up. Almost there. Door's right above you. Go back down. Yeah. Like I said, this part shouldn't take more than 2 minutes, really, with a good squad. And then the next set is probably the hardest part about this entire first area. Or the entire first part's hardest part is coming up next. So I'm messing around. Somebody says there's a thing on top. I'm like, oh, where? Waypoint 2. I'm like, oh, I feel dumb. So come here. Alright, you'll see a door at the end. Again, it's blocked. This time the infected spore sac will spawn right behind. Like, there'll be a second spawner for it. So this entire doorway above this edge is another door that you can basically kind of like eat through with the spore. That entire door. So you have the spawner again over here. Just shoot it. Put a waypoint, tell people to shoot it, and get the guy to start driving it. I say drive it, it's more like soccer really. Just kicking it slowly. So yeah, get to spawn, just hit that. Waypoint 4. And we're good. This will unlock the hardest puzzle for this entire area, which is fairly easy, so I hear, but it's fairly annoying. So what happens is, this is an infected spore. Those green screens will kill the infected spore on contact. You have those corpus balls that you probably recognize from your mastering test. Those will also blow up and have the potential to destroy the spore. On top of that, we also have the tentacles at the bottom, as well as an enemy spawning. We need to get past those 3 screen doors and reach this end door to blow up this door and unlock the next area. It's annoying at the very least, but it's what we do. So you'll see there's 2 buttons on the edge of each door. You basically need to shoot those 2 buttons in order to disable the door temporarily. I think it disables for like 5 seconds, which is just barely long enough for you to get the spore through the doorway. Once it's through, the door will probably come back, and then you have to move on to the next door, disable that door, push the spore through, that door will come back to the 3rd door, then get to the final area. We actually got fairly lucky and were able to figure this out, or do this fairly quickly. By the way, the balls spawn endlessly, so you might want to have somebody on duty to shoot them, preferably with a machine gun more than a Velocitus like I did. Although it works and it one-shots them, it does have that slight charge time because it's not instantaneously like a instant shot. But it does help having those gone because they spawn in. They will spawn endlessly. Even if you don't destroy the previous two, they'll keep spawning. So yeah, again, I still haven't learned about the black hole trick, or at least I'm not applying it here. I don't use a lot of my abilities really, but yeah, using the black hole, cosmic crush is what it's called. Using that ability is actually really useful for cleaning up this area. I go down. Yeah, this is where we figured out the green barriers killed the spore. So we need to figure out how to do it. And there are two buttons, if you can see, not on this side, on the back side of each one that's facing away from where the ball would come from. On that side, for next on the frame of each door, you'll have what do you call it? Two buttons, again very similar to this spine this spore, and you just need to shoot the buttons to get in. So like on the very top of this door frame, if you're facing the same way for the door frame for the next one, it's on the right side, and then the third frame it's on the left side. So, and the spawns are the same for every map. Yeah. Just typing out very rudimentally because I think we had like 7 people out of all 8 people in TeamSpeak at the time. Even if not everyone was talking, though, we had people there just to listen, pay attention. So it would save time. So I just went on my way to type it up just in case other people couldn't hear it, because I figured this was like getting close to the important part of this area, and I didn't realize it was actually going to end after this. I pressed 4. All right. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how much damage, but it doesn't seem like you need to do a lot of damage to hurt them. And you don't have to be too accurate either. It's pretty generous about where you shoot for where it counts it to be shot. Because I know I definitely missed, and it was clearly missing, but it was still counting as a hit. So there's that. So you'll just see me here shooting them as they spawn. Like I said, they continuously spawn, so it's probably smart to have one person at least just on duty watching that. Probably have one person for each button and one person pushing. That's the easiest way to get this done. While this is going on, I might as well just explain the second part. So in the next part, you will basically, underneath your map, you'll have something called your shield integrity. I can't talk. Shield integrity. And what that is basically like a countdown kind of percentage. The environment will be very similar to like the original law of retribution, where you basically have an environment that will slowly damage you. But in here, it's yeah, you can see how I'm missing. Over here, you basically, if there'll be these blue kind of bubbles that are very similar to nullifier bubbles on the map, and if you stay in those bubbles, you'll basically be safe. And you want to stay in those bubbles as much as possible, and you can use your abilities. It's not quite a nullifier bubble, but it's more like a safety bubble. So you want to stay in those bubbles, and your shield integrity won't go down. But if you leave those bubbles, your shield integrity will slowly go down. Once it reaches 0%, you will start taking damage directly to your health, very similar to the toxic spores from the injectors in the first part of the Law of Retribution. So, yeah, you want to stay in those bubbles. So what I found is, like, when you're farming for the fragments, you want to have at least one Trinity present just to keep people healthy, because without doubt, some people, you're going to have to definitely go out there just to pick up the fragments. And it's probably smart to have one Trinity or 2 Trinities present just to keep everyone healthy. And also, you'll start hearing voices, or so I've been told, when that happens. Like when you lose integrity and vital systems are failing, you'll start to hear voices. Those are not the voices in your head. Alright. So, like I said, the actual, like, door touching barriers seems a bit iffy, because I've seen this spore clipped to the door frames and such. It still seems a bit iffy to me. Like, I don't know if it's how accurate it is. That happened. Yeah. So like I said, if it touches the green screen, it dies instantly. Yeah, teamwork. Good excuse. That was all me messing up right there. Yeah, this is hard. This is the raid. Alright. So wait for this to happen. And wait for this. Do I want to date this video? This video is all recorded today. Or this morning, night, early, whatever time it is. Alright. Keep shooting the bombs. Just make sure everything is dead. Everything's dead. Yeah, you can see there it's very similar to what's used in your mastery test. So lore-wise, I don't know why those are here, or why they're explosive here. But clearly they have something. So like I said, that was definitely in the doorway, like half of it was in the doorway, but it did not explode for whatever reason. So like I said, the spore seems a bit iffy on its touch field, like for where it counts and where it doesn't count. Again, so it went halfway through the door frame and it wasn't counted. Over here, these guys need to die. Pick up a lot of stuff. Get towards the third part, and we can start farming for the final bits. I think that's wrapping it up almost, because there's not much more to do here. You're just basically, well, I'm still keep doing my thing and explaining what happens. So yeah, get it across, just hit that wall. At this point, I'm slightly taking over driving, but I'm also just watching and helping mostly. I really didn't do that much this raid, or at least figuring it out once. So yeah, hitting it seems to move it much faster. Over here, these tentacles, they do hurt if you touch them. Just use your Cosmic Crush, come here, and this is where you just wait. And we're done. Wait for everyone to come through, and then your armor integrity. Right, so like I said, that slowly goes down from just the environment. So you can see it's slowly ticking down. You want to stay in the blue nullifier bubbles. I say nullifier bubbles, they aren't nullifier bubbles, like that. If you stay in here, your integrity won't go down, and it makes it so you can survive. Going outside, I didn't even notice his integrity until I was down to 25%. So that was dumb of me. Oh yeah, and you can pick up the anti-serum fragments here. Like I said, the green ball drops are very similar to Mantis parts. I still don't know what these blue squares are, these blue cubes. So far, as much as I can tell from the 3 times I've done this game now, is that they only drop when infected are killed, like where they're killed. And aside from that, they serve no purpose. They just exist. The anti-serum drops are a very common drop from the infected. Again, you just need to kill them to get them to drop. But these things really confuse us as to what they were and what would they do. So far, they don't seem like they're anything, and they don't seem like they do anything, but I could be wrong. At this time, I still haven't gotten past this room, or this area of the game. Right? Anyone here got anti-serum? No, we didn't know at the time that anti-serum was the research that we need to do in our dojo. So we're basically at this point, it turns into an anti-serum farm. We do go back and we get back here again a second time much faster just to farm anti-serum. That time I brought Excalibur and we basically stayed long enough where I could pick up 3,000 anti-serum. It took us maybe 10-15 minutes. It's not very hard to pick up anti-serum. So my armor integrity is down to 50%. Again, and then these cubes in the center, like to my right, those cubes require you to use your anti-serum on them for whatever reason. I've yet to figure out exactly what they do. Again, I still don't have anti-serum at the point, but I do have it ready to be built. I just need field run. So again, whenever you kill infected, these blue cubes come and they're all marked on the map for some reason. Still yet to figure out what they are or what they do. But yeah. So we're just exploring the map mostly. Again, Chaos built Nyx, so you can see a glimmer of that. This room is basically going to be your go-to room if you're farming the fragments, because it has what I guess is the best spawn rate among all areas. So if you look at the map, there's a green arrow, that's your extraction, and this door over here doesn't open unless you have anti-serum, which I'm assuming is what we needed, or at least that's what I'm assuming. me looking around at the panels, not noticing anything. At 25%, the armor integrity is going to start blinking. It's going to catch my attention. And then everyone's going to call out that they have a different percent. At this point, I'm thinking the armor integrity is something we're supposed to protect, and I don't realize it's actually your personal thing. Until everyone calls out a different value, I'm like, okay, it might be individual. And it is. This is when I notice at 23. It's red, I'm like, oh, there's something I didn't notice. So yeah, anti-serum drops in like groups, and it's pretty generous without its drops. And just just stick in this room, stay in the bubble if you don't want to lose your armor integrity, and kill stuff and get anti-serum. So I think that about wraps it up. Once you're done, you just need to go to the green area on the map for extraction, which is basically what we did at the end, and just leave it. Go to your dojo. In the Corpus lab, where you get your other Corpus stuff like your Helios, there'll be the anti-serum blueprint. You just need to research that. Research time is like 5 minutes. Once you're done researching it, you need 500 more of these fragments. You need 500 fragments, 2 field run, 2 tellurium, and 6,000 salvage, and 24 hours to build anti-serum. But according to prime time from today, once you build the anti-serum once, it's like gear that stays permanent, like a dragon key almost, except it doesn't get consumed whenever you use it in a raid. As long as it's equipped in your gear, you can use it for a raid, which is pretty useful. So yeah, this is where I'm figuring out the armor integrity. It basically affects your health. So like I said, you can see my health whenever I'm outside the sphere, I start taking damage. If I'm in the sphere, I'm completely fine. Yeah, blue spheres are base. And I guess that wraps it up about all the information that I was able to pick up from this nightmare raid. From here, the video is going to be the exact same as the other video. So yeah, enjoy.
Okay, so did we figure out how to pick up these battery things? Okay.
Okay, the blue area is safer. So I think we gotta stay here.
I'm blessing every 10-ish seconds here. Where's Frantic?
Where's Frantic? No, she's here. Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
User joined your channel.
No, I was. It just.
It's not a good idea to go outside. It's not. Very good.
I need energy. I need energy. Okay. And you're jinxed, right? Okay.
Those were Do you have any idea what's the blue boxes? Oh, wait! What just happened? I think we should go to the green thing. Do you think we should go here or what?
Okay, where's Blessing, or where's Energy Train at? Because I'm not exactly. Well, I mean, I can drop pads, but I'd prefer to do something more sustainable. They're spawning in where I am every so often. Oh, okay. Someone brought a thing in. The swarm. Okay, so let's think about this.
Right.
Well, I mean, I recognize
They want to go back.
the blue things. I don't recognize them, but I feel like I've seen something, and I don't have any energy shit. I feel like I recognize the hole it would fit in, but I feel like I saw those on Grenier.
That's surprising. That's why people don't like protect.
Yeah.
Create money.
I don't know. Every time I've seen one disappear, though, it's been while some damage has been going on near it. So I'm wondering if we're killing them and others are spawning back in.
So,
Wait. Oh, that enemy just dropped one. Oh, it must be getting garbage collected.
right. Or,
You know how all the droppable resources have a garbage collector? I'm sorry. They all. There can only be a certain number of them on the map at a time, and then the oldest ones disappear. I think that's what's happening. They're getting dropped from the enemies. You need to kill infested
Oh, somebody's down.
how would you do that in Irish?
and the boxes suck them in.
So you mean the green trees? No. I think what he meant is the other boxes, the one that we need to press the X, the one that is just standing still there. What do you think?
Well, I mean, those. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think we should try the extraction thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the waypoint?
No. There's. Oh. Oh, they're in.
That shot for what?
Wait, this. The one I just waypointed have an.
No. Come here. Wait, let me show you. Come to the start waypoint.
Which number?
No, just come to the start waypoint, and this is the thing that what I meant.
Wait.
Rest, please. Rest. Okay, this is the thing that what I meant. What do you think? This gotta have.
Okay.
So we're gonna extract.
I'm seeing a. Okay.
Just keep resting, please. You know, I think. Wait, what I think is. No, I mean, I think this might sound seems wrong.
Damn it.
Somebody get frog.
I got him.
You know what I think is this might seem wrong. Someone frog.
Yep. Okay. Oh, we gotta. Oh, okay. Are we all ready?
Okay, ready?
Oh no, we need Mado and Pirate Boy and Broken, and then we all just go to extract. Yeah.
See, even he says probably. I got
Oh,
500. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's just I keep running out of energy here, and I'm not
I
used
just
to.
keep pressing. I'm giving you back. Yeah.
Okay, everyone here? Or no, we're waiting on
Wait,
DH.
no,
And...
not yet. Kage Haru and Pirate Boy.
We're waiting for DH and Pirate. Yeah, Pirate. I don't know.
You know, this is the most confusing game I ever played.
Oh, we're doing great. That's nice.
So, we ready? Let's go.
Ready? Go.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, did I go the wrong way? I went the complete wrong way.
Blessing. Oh, what do you know?
Mom, is this Gills or 6 o'clock? Is this Gills or 6 o'clock? On the note, Gills or 6 o'clock?
6:15.
Wait, what? That's
Okay.
it?
Wait. Wait, that was it?
Wait, that was it?
I-
Yeah, that is it. What?
Did Oh, do you need to research it? Oh.
So we gonna do it again.
Yeah. Anyone find it yet to know which lab it's in? It's not in Tenno. Yeah.
So which lab is it?
Yeah, makes sense.
That's a good idea. But that sucked. I mean, wow. First rate I ever had.
Is it in the Corpus one? It's not in the Grenier one.
Is it on the infested one?
Oh, Corpus.
Is it on Corpus? Wait, is it on the Corpus or what?
600. Oh. You've got a bigger clan than I do, I think.
Oh my god.
Well, crap.
You know, I need 500 of them.
I need 377.
So after we build this, what's gonna happen?
Well, it looks like there's a 0. Maybe. If you can excuse me for a second, I just need to talk to someone else for a minute.
Wait, that is what is the rate? The worst rate or what? Wait. Oh, what I meant is that it? At the moment.
One of my kids did. Yeah, he's probably got it.
So you mean we gonna need to redo it from the beginning again? Oh shit. You guys. Wait. Guys.
Okay, so
Guys, can you add me as friends? Because I'm gonna do this ring a couple of few hours ago. You guys in?
right now, that's just ready.
Yeah, almost 45 minutes. Okay.
Guys. In
Okay,
a few next few hours, I'm gonna make like a tons of new raid keys. You guys in?
No. It's fine. It's all.
I mean,
it's all
later I'm
interesting.
gonna make like a lot